Okay, so welcome to another video on this channel. So in this video we are going to compare life in Europe and in Kenya, since you've both lived in Europe and you come from Kenya. And we are going to start with maybe the health care. How are they if you compare them here in Kenya and in Europe?
First of all, the services are very good. The difference, one of all, is culture shock. In Kenya, when you're sick, you go to the hospital and you get treated. In the Netherlands, when you're sick, you don't go to the hospital immediately. When depends also with the case, could be an emergency. That one, yes, you get treated. But for example, you say you have pains in your belly or you have a headache. Kenyans, me, I can just walk into hospital, see a doctor, get treated or get medicine. In Netherlands, you don't do that. They have this app also on the phone, so you talk to a doctor on the phone, and it's live. So if you talk to a doctor right now, you get a reply immediately. Then they talk to you about your condition, how you're feeling, whatnot. Then they can refer you to get medicine because everyone has insurance. So they can maybe quote for you a certain drug to take. Then they monitor you. So maybe after a week or maybe a month, if the pain persists, then maybe they can call in for checkup. But it's not just that I am sick, go to hospital. No. And I experienced it because I've been having some weird pains on my belly. Then I wanted to go, and then she told me you can't. I mean, it's not that easy. And also, I experienced it also when she came to Kenya, because was it headache or belly? You had pains?
I don't know.
I think it was headache.
It was just that evening when I just felt, I didn't feel good at all. Like I didn't want to eat. I was super tired. I felt like weak throughout. And I said, let me just, because you came in, I was in the bedroom. You came in and you said, you eat. And I said, no, I've not eaten. So he said, come. I said, no, I don't want to eat. I don't feel like eating. So you said, what's wrong with you? So I said, I don't feel well. Then you started to worry about me.
Yeah, as a Kenyan, she's a foreigner in Kenya and she's under me. So should anything happen to her, mimi nitenda jela, I'll go to the police. So the first thing that came in my mind, let's go to the hospital. You're not feeling good, let's go to the hospital. She even got angrier. I mean, instead of, let's go, she got angry. But then I came to understand later, it's more of a culture thing. When they get sick, they don't go to hospital.
Why don't you go to hospital? Let's hear from you.
It is... Okay. I don't know why. Don't know if I can answer the question why. I can just answer how we are used to for it to be. So your first doctor is your GP. So you go to the general practitioner, you make an appointment. The appointment can maybe be 2, 3, 4 days ahead because he doesn't have time when you're sick right now in the evening. He's not even working in the evening. So not unless you have an emergency, then you can get help, because there's a collective of doctors together, of which is one on call, and if something emergency, he can talk to you or you can be advised or something. But during the day, you have to make an appointment. Then maybe the appointment can be 3 days from now. Then you go. Then if it's just a headache or a flu, they'll just tell you go home and rest. Or they'll tell you take ibuprofen and go home and rest. That's even what they told you the first time. Take an ibuprofen for some time. If it's not helping, then you can contact me again. So I guess we are used to either waiting for some time for it to just go over by itself, or we take a painkiller and we are still waiting for it to just go away. And that's also what we hear when we go to a doctor. Not unless it is something more serious or something urgent or something different. But when it's a flu, a headache, a bellyache, common things, you don't get anything. It's not going to help you if you're going to a general practitioner. So that's why you just don't do it. When I don't feel well, I wait until the morning. Do I feel better? Yes. Okay, then good. Do I not feel better? I wait another 3 days. Then maybe after 3 days, you'll be like, this is taking too long. Let me call the doctor.
And now that you're pregnant, yeah, and the plan is to give birth back in Netherlands, right? Mm-hmm. Here in Kenya, I see you need some help, maybe with nannies and house girls. Do you get that in Europe?
Well, there's something called kraamhulp, of which I don't know what the translation is. I think it's quite unique for Netherlands, but it is a person who comes to help you out in the first week. So she comes at your house for maybe 4 to 8 hours. It depends on how busy they are, or that is something that can change. But they come every day for 1 week to help you with cooking, with cleaning, with as a receiving guests who come to visit the baby. After that 1 week, you're on your own, and it's not that common to have a house help or a nanny in Netherlands.
Most of them raise the babies. It's not like Kenya. You go to work. Yeah. I mean, after maternity period, you go to work. Yeah. Then no.
So there's no maternity leave in Europe.
There is for 3 months. Like you get approximately.
Paid or unpaid?
Paid. Oh. Yeah, it's approximately.
Yeah.
It's around 1 month, let's say, before you give birth, and then 3 months after. Good one. Depending on, when you're giving birth, of course. But yeah, it's around 3 months, and then either women start to work less, so they maybe work 4 days and they go work 3 days. Then maybe the husband is taking 1 day off also, so he's home 1 day. Then maybe the grandmother is babysitting 1 day. Then maybe the other days daycare or something. That's how people do it.
Okay, let's go to education. Chap, now that you're taking your classes about Dutch in Europe, what is the difference getting education in Europe and in Africa?
Well, me, I'm doing online. Even the teacher who's teaching me is online, so we just do online classes with her. I wouldn't know so much, but what I know is, for example, the schools, high schools, primary schools, they don't wear uniform like Kenya. They wear what they feel like, and majority, I think, I've seen wearing just plain clothes. Mm-hmm. It's home clothes, but plain clothes. Unlike Kenya, whereby you have to wear a particular uniform. So there, I can't even tell you if you're from Songari primary school or Highway secondary school. No, they wear one type of uniform.
Boarding schools don't exist in Netherlands.
Boarding schools don't exist also there. Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
And now that you're building a huge family, I guess, yeah. What's your plan? Are you planning to your kids to study in Europe, or maybe they'll come back here for studies?
Well, I've gone to school, and I am where I am right now. She's been to school, she is where she is right now. When we got together, we sat down, it was a debate. It was not easy, but then I think we got to a conclusion whereby it's going to be homeschooling, because the child is going to get all they need. When it comes to social life, definitely they will go out and play with other kids. But when it comes to really, really education, it will be homeschooling, because
practical, we will be living not in one place the whole year.
Yes.
So that is already practically almost impossible for the child to go to one school.
Yeah, and whatever we studied for, we're not doing it. I mean, you have enough degrees, but she's not doing none. I've done flight dispatch and whatnot. I'm doing none. So even in school, I mean, I did all these home science, chemistry, but I'm not using it in real life. What I've discovered also in Netherlands, when it comes to job opportunities, when you go to get a job, they don't ask you for papers. You say you're experienced in this field, you get the job.
Yeah, it depends on the job, of course. But the type of job that you can get, for example, also if you speak English, they don't care that much.
Yeah, so you really don't need to do all this in life. Then at the end of your education life, you only get to do one thing. Of all the 8 things you did, you only use one thing in life. So instead of that, we sat down, then we're like, nah.
And also there's so many things that we have not learned in school, like how to start a business, or how to deal with money, or how do you deal with your friends, and how does relationships work, what is happening in different countries and different cultures. All those things we have not learned in school, we have to figure them out ourselves. But if we can teach our kid that at a young age, that will be such a benefit.
Okay. Talk about corruption in both continents.
Okay, corruption in Kenya, corruption. When we got married, we also got corrupted. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but yeah, we got corrupted because the officer at the door, so to speak, there was an officer at the door. So I mean, I don't know, they just see these people definitely coming there, they know they're going to get married, so they want to help us, and by helping us lazima utoe kitu kidogo. So this guy, I gave him some money. How much was it? Was it 5,000 or 3,000?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Then he was to actually speed up our process, of which I even didn't need to pay any money for the process to be sped up, but because we needed help, and her visa was almost expiring, she needed to go quick. So I paid the money.
Yeah.
I didn't get any help, and he did. Was there any other money paid during the wedding at that particular time? No, I don't think so.
Not that one. No.
So corruption in Kenya, yeah, but corruption there, I have not seen it.
No corruption in Europe?
Like I said, right.
Okay, you've not experienced.
But it's there. Where I experienced it was during the driving lessons.
Yeah.
I enrolled in a driving school. So, okay, when you go to Europe with the Kenyan driving license, it can only last for 6 months. After 6 months, you need to have their driver's license. And getting a driver's license in Netherlands is hard. It is easy because I've been driving all my life, but them, they don't care. They want you to drive per their regulations, and their rules. So there was this instructor I got. Then this guy tells me, first of all, when driving, you get a lesson whereby to determine how many lessons you're going to do for driving. So after this lesson, this guy tells me I'm supposed to have 10 lessons. So we do the driving every other week, at least 1 lesson per week. Then I finished all the lessons. Then after the lessons, I'm supposed to do an exam. So after the exam, to determine whether I'll pass the exam or not. Then this instructor tells me you need 10 more lessons. And remember, a single lesson is about 6,000 Kenyan shillings. So times 6. And in Kenya, how driving school in Kenya is, I think, 10,000. The whole thing. But there, a single lesson is 6,000. And I did 10 lessons. And after 10 lessons, this guy says, I need 10 more lessons. I was tired. I'm working, then it's like I'm not tupa pesa yangu. So I told my wife, nah, let's get another driver. Because I was like, nah, this is corruption of the highest level. Then we looked for another driver. Then I told her, nah, I want a Dutch person. I mean, original Dutch. I don't want an immigrant Dutch. Because the driver who was actually helping me was more of an immigrant Dutch. Was not born there, but he is a citizen there. So I told her, I want the original, Dutch person from. So, but we tried. The person she got was a guy from Suriname. Yeah, a black dude from Suriname. A mature person, is old enough. So the guy gave me a driving test the first day. I did. Then he was like, you know how to drive. So he asked me, how many lessons do you want? He's not the one saying how many lessons I need. He asked me, how many lessons do you want? So I said, maybe 10, because I was like, okay, let me just do 10, not say 5, go to exam, then fail. So along the way, I think we did like 6, 7 only. Then the guy found a booking date, because you don't just finish an exam, then go do exams, because you have to book. In Netherlands, everything is all about booking.
And there's a waiting list.
Appointments, and there's a waiting list. So I did finish my, I think around August, and my exam was to be in October, because there's a whole waiting list. But then an opportunity came along the way. Then the guy asked me, then he fixed me. So I went for the driving school and passed. Yeah, so corruption, I've experienced it once, yeah.
But okay, maybe I don't know a lot about corruption because I've not really grown up with it. But for example,
or maybe scamming. Is there any scamming? Or maybe scamming in Europe?
Yeah, well, what I thought was at least not how it's supposed to be is you being rejected your visa the first time, because that is so random. I read an article online on a lawyer who did research on that, and she found that from certain countries people are just being rejected for no reason. So maybe the rejection rate is super high when you're from XYZ country. So that to me is a form of at least corruption, or at least it is wrong, because you're being judged based on the country you come from instead of that they look properly at your paperwork. Another thing is when we applied for your now visa that you have for 5 years now, because he has a 5-year visa, they randomly take cases to evaluate them. So it's not first in, first out. We had to wait 5-6 months,
yeah.
And other people got helped in 3 days, while there's no difference. And to evaluate for them, maybe takes half a day, tops. So that to me, I know why. Those are things that I don't understand, but I cannot say we are stopped by police even on the van trip that they try to take money from us, because they didn't.
No, they didn't.
You know, those things we don't find them in Netherlands.
Yeah, I was traveling just the other day doing van life, then we were stopped by the police. Now, me, I have the residence permit, but I forgot to carry my passport. But even if you have a residence permit for a particular country, when you're traveling across Europe, just carry your passport. So I was stopped by the police, then he asked me for the passport. I said I don't have, but we had it on the phone. I mean, they just told us, well, we forgive you, but next time don't forget. That's it, yeah.
So they could have pocketed that money, but they didn't?
Me as a Kenyan, I know if it was a Kenya, lazima ungetoa kitu.
Yeah. And about maybe racism?
Racism, I've also not experienced it, but you can feel it. You can feel it. Sometimes, you know, when you go places, maybe the malls or the shopping center, for example, when I'm walking, you can the way they just give you way, you know. You're like, hey, why? When another person is coming, they don't give way like that. But when I'm coming, wanakufungulia tu njia ile, like, you know, hey, you know, they don't want to touch you or something. I mean, I can't explain it, but that's one thing I felt in Austria. Of all the countries, actually, in Netherlands not really much, but in Austria, oof, I really felt. And I was even telling you, I was like, whoa, that's weird. I don't know, because I look so big. The Austrians are not, they're small people. So maybe me among them, I look big because I was with my afro and my boots, and, you know, so I think maybe, but it felt weird. But in other countries like Netherlands, nah, I've not felt that at all. Because, you know, Netherlands also is a cultural country. There are Turkey people there, Germans there, you know, Moroccans there, yeah.
It's there, but it's not that obvious.
It's not that obvious.
Yeah.
See, it's not like US.
And it is especially not pointed against black people.
Yeah, it's not.
I think if you can call anything racism in Netherlands, because it's there, it's mostly targeted on the Middle East people who come from Middle East. So Morocco, okay, I know Morocco is Africa, but I think they feel.
Yeah.
So Moroccans, people from Turkey, Syria, we have a lot of them, Afghanistan. So I think that is a group of people that feel more racism than black people, because we have islands that are actually a part of the Kingdom of Netherlands, and those islands also, the black communities there. So we have a lot of people from the Dutch Antilles, I don't know what that is in English.
Yeah.
And then also Suriname, who used to be a colony. So I don't think the racism is that much targeted against the black people.
No.
More like the Middle East.
And you being in Kenya or Africa, what do you experience?
I experience more like a positive racism, of which I also don't like, because I don't want to be treated as like a queen. Okay, this happens in the villages more than in Nairobi, or when you come to parts of Nairobi where people are not seeing so many whites. So it is weird. I just want to be treated as a person. I just want to be your equal. I don't want you to treat me like I'm the queen of Sheba. And, you know, so that just feels weird. You know, it is good to be friendly and hospitable and all that, but that extra level of, wow, you're so special, that is too much for me. So, and then maybe a part of the racism that is not something positive is that people think I have money. I'm like a walking money machine. Yeah. That's why they try to con you more easily, or they just, like that time when I was chased by a whole group of people that were just, they kept following me for money. And they just didn't want to go away. And then it's just hard, you know? You cannot feed everyone, you cannot help everyone. And those are difficult moments. Then you just have to wait until you're half a kilometer there, and then they give up and then they go back. And I don't blame them, I really don't. But I feel uncomfortable. That is what I can say about it. So that is, yeah, something that I find difficult. In the beginning, I was feeling uncomfortable with every person who would call me Mzungu. I think nowadays you got used to it. Yeah. If kids do it, I have no problem. But if adults do it, I still sometimes think a little bit like, okay.
I mean, I told her a way of, digesting it is, they call you Mzungu, you say, hey, what's up? I mean, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you respond, they will feel good. But if you ignore them, now they're like, you're here in our country, we're saying what's up to you, and then,
Yeah, or like guys who start talking to me like, okay, when I was maybe shopping for groceries without you, and then they say, do you want to come home with me? And I was like, no, I'm married. Yeah, but he doesn't need to know. And and he was very direct. He really insisted, and I was waiting for someone to help me, so I couldn't walk away. Or you just walk somewhere and someone is following you saying, I want to marry you, I want to marry you. Those things, I mean, so, and then I'm thinking, if you only knew how difficult it is to get married to someone white like me, according to your experience, what I hear from you, they all just think about maybe the money, but it's not easy. And of course, it's not in their head, but those things make me feel uncomfortable. I'm not, this is maybe not racism, but this is what I experience as a white person in Kenya.
Yeah. And food experience in both countries?
Well, the first food I think I ate was patat special.
Yeah.
Yeah, and patat special is fries with mayonnaise and somewhat.
The red sauce.
Yeah, red sauce.
Onions.
Yeah, so one thing I experienced, because me, I'm used to kula chips, eat fries and tomato sauce or ketchup. But I got there, they eat fries with mayonnaise. So for me, in the beginning, it was weird. But right now, I don't even eat fries with sauce. I eat fries with mayonnaise, because everything is mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Then another type of food also is their breakfast always involves bread. Everything is bread. So bread, morning bread, lunch bread, evening. So they can eat in the morning bread and cheese. Then lunchtime bread with tomatoes and make maybe a sandwich.
Sliced meats for some people.
Yes.
How do you call that, sandwich?
Then in the evening, bread and soup. Hey, that's why for me in the beginning I really wanted to come back home because I was like, man, I mean, even the Bible says you cannot live on bread alone.
Well,
I mean,
it's not that we eat
But
bread and soup every day, but it is
Dutch
possible.
Dutch people live on bread, but what they do with bread actually is what makes it even interesting. And also during winter, they have some special types of, well,
Yeah, it's like vegetables with mashed potatoes.
yeah, it's something
Put
you don't
together
find it every other day.
with,
You only find it during winter period.
Yeah.
So
With the sausage and.
so for me that was also an experience.
And the taste,
Yeah.
the food.
The taste for the meat is not like the taste for the meat here. That one I can, is, for example, goat meat in Kenya, if you taste it, you can, it's like you can feel the nutrients in the, but then there the goat meat is different.
Have you eaten goat meat? Netherlands?
Yeah, even beef at work, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Because goat is not that common in Netherlands.
Yeah, but even, we also have goat milk. at
Yeah,
work.
that's what we have, goat
Yeah.
milk, yeah.
So, especially the side of the meat is not like the meat we have here. But
The chicken.
yeah, the chicken is also different. But then the chicken I've experienced is big chicken. I don't know why the chicken is too big. It's not, ukiangalia mbuya kuku, there's a certain size. The size I eat even is big. I mean, like, nah, this is how do you have this big chicken? But it's good, but it's not. The tastes are different. You can tell.
It is mass produced chicken.
Yeah, mass produced meaning it's not naturally grown. Yeah. So me, if you close my eyes and taste, I can tell you this is Kenyan, this is not.
And you, Chris, the food difference in both countries?
I would say in the Netherlands we have not so much like staple food dishes, more like snacks and things, or like the ones you talked about for the winter special, the winter dishes. But we eat just so many things for different cultures. So we eat pasta and pizza and noodles and rice but staple food from Dutch people, like back in the day, like let's say 50 years ago, is potato.
Potatoes.
So potato and vegetables and meat. That is how I grew up eating. That now developed into eating more outside of our own culture. But so I feel like there's more of a variety. But me, I don't eat vegetarian. When I come to Kenya, I feel like everyone is struggling. What am I going to make for you because you don't eat meat? And for me, at home, it's so easy because I don't feel like it's hard. But here in Kenya, then you're stuck with dengu, lentils, or beans. Okay, kiteri, of which is still, to me, beans. And you can eat boga with ugali, but that's boring. But to me, that's a bit boring. I can eat, but not every day. So if you don't eat meat, and you don't eat goat, and you don't eat chicken, and you don't eat fish, then I don't know. It's just a bit more challenging maybe to eat as a vegetarian in Kenya, even though to me it's not a problem. I can even eat lentils a whole week. But when I visit people, is that when I realize, oh, they're not used to this. They really have to think, what am I going to make for you? But then I can say, I eat beans and rice. But they say, but that's not special. I want to make something special for you. But me, I don't mind. So I like all the stews because I have learned to make the stew here. The stew for beans and the stew for dengu, and those stews, I've learned to make them here. I'm yet to learn how to make chapati because I tried a few times, but it was not a very big success, and it takes very long. So that's why I appreciate for Chops to make the chapatis. Ugali I don't mind, but I only eat it here. I don't eat it at home. You eat it at home sometimes. But yeah, I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. And rice, that is something I already was eating at home as well. So yeah, there is a difference because some things are just not so easy to get, or they're more expensive here. But as long as I have some vegetables that I can eat, I'm fine. So yeah.
So is food expensive here or over there?
Definitely over there.
Yeah.
Everything in the Netherlands is expensive.
Especially fruit and vegetables.
Everything is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
I think bread is also cheaper here.
I think the only thing that's cheap in the Netherlands is nothing.
Nothing. Well, health. I mean, health insurance is compulsory. So that means
and education. Education is free.
How is it? Oh yeah.
The education is free. Yeah, but everything.
Well, not the primary school and high school is free. Yeah.
For everyone, yeah.
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 How about social life?
Social life in the Netherlands, one, like I said, you need to make an appointment. Like right now, if I want to come and see you, I can come and knock at your door. Hey, can they out?
So official.
Yeah, then we can just go out. But in Netherlands, you can't just do that. Everyone is busy. Everyone is busy, and I think I've been there for a year and a half, 8 months, but still, it's the same story in the beginning. You know, when I got there, I thought maybe because I don't have friends. Even right now, the friends that I have, still everyone is busy because once you're from work, either someone is going to school, someone has a family. I don't know where the time goes when in Netherlands. In Europe, time really flies. In Kenya here, you can have time, like when you get to Friday, you're free until Monday. In the Netherlands, you can work until Sunday. Sometimes you find people have appointments, government appointments, friendship appointments, but social life is just not there.
What are their traditions like? What are their traditions? Maybe the way we have weekends, we have arambes in the village, or maybe visiting parents with huge celebration. Does that happen there?
Well, yeah, I mean, but just planned. Like maybe they can decide. Netherlands is, I think, I don't know if I'm wrong. If I'm right, I think 70-80% water. So they have water almost everywhere. So most of the activities they do is they go for sailing, boats. Those are some of the activities they do. Going for family outings, but those are things are planned. It's not just random. Kenya is random.
A lot of people do visit their parents or their family in the weekend. Yeah. Like we used to always visit my grandma once she was still alive on the Sunday after church. But with the younger generation coming, that is not always happening. Like I don't visit my mom every weekend because we have things to do. She has things to do. If I have to make an appointment with my mom, then she might not be available for the next 3 weeks. So even with friends, you just check your calendar, and then maybe 2 months from now, it'll be like, oh, that is when we're going to meet up. And then we're going to meet up at 3 p.m. And if I'm not making it at 3 p.m., I text you, hey, I'm 15 minutes late. So that you know. And even the day before, you're still confirming with each other, hey, we're meeting tomorrow, right? Yes, we're meeting tomorrow at 3. So, yeah. But
the best social life I've experienced is you need to be in a club for something. Like there's the club for skates, guys who do rollerblades. There's a club for maybe football, athletics. There's a club for photography. So if you're in those clubs, definitely you'll find something to do because they are arranged things to do. It's not just random things, but if you're in a club, then definitely the social life, you will enjoy the social life.
Yeah, like what you did with athletics.
Yeah.
And then they have so many meetings, and there's a group app, and then let's hang out, and then you can just decide, okay, I'm coming or not. But if it's a one-on-one, then it's just making an appointment with each other.
Christmases, how are they?
Colorful, wow. For example, at work, like right now I'm here, but I got a message yesterday, you need to apply for your Christmas gift. So at work, everyone gets a gift.
And here?
Where? None. Who will give you?
Yeah.
Well, I think it depends also. Because I think people in offices do have office parties. But where I work right now, there's you get gifts. Christmas gifts, so you apply, they have options. So there's a power bank, either you get a gym bag or you get a hoodie, so you choose which one you want. Then also they have the office party. eventually they do have a party. Then the streets are very colorful, very colorful. Alafu also the fireworks. Oh my goodness, you should visit Netherlands. I think this should be one of your and you should visit Netherlands in the new year, because I remember she told me there's going to be fireworks. Me, I'm like, even in Kenya we have fireworks. So and me, I'm not that kind of person that new year imefika ati I'm nimekamacho, I'm waiting to. I went to sleep that day, and apparently I sleep at 11-12, but that day I was so tired, even slept at I think 10 or 9.
Yeah.
But then the fireworks at 12, it is like a war zone. You open the balcony, from left to right, the whole horizon image and fireworks. I mean, you should Google this and see for yourself. Yeah. In Kenya, fireworks, they last, I think, maybe 30 minutes. Netherlands, before the new year, between 10 and 12, you might think New Year imefika. But now when it gets to 12, it's even louder.
Like if you've 10 seconds after 12 is when people are already outside lighting their firework. If
you've experienced Afghanistan with the war zone, it's like a war zone from 12 to around 4 in the morning. Non-stop. Fireworks from 12 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Kenya unajua yetu 30 minutes imeisha, kila mtu ameenda kulala. Huko ni 4 hours non-stop. That one I love. That's, I think, if you ask me about Netherlands, that's the first thing I'll never forget. And I'm like, this year I will be on, so I'm prepared with my cameras.
I remember from last year, you was just on the balcony and you were just looking. And then I was like, go out then, go outside, but you are afraid. By the time I get out, it's finished. Yeah. But it didn't got finished.
Yeah, it's just a whole different world.
Yeah.
What else do you think we need to talk about the differences?
The roads.
Oh, the roads in Netherlands. Now, the roads in Netherlands is not like the roads in Kenya. Well, unfortunately, I wish Kenya we can do better. It's just the leaders are failing us. The roads in Netherlands, they do not have potholes. Maybe 1 or 2 areas, and that's within the neighborhood. But within the main roads, there are no potholes. The roads are smooth. Another thing I experienced also, they do not have bumps. See, bumps za Kenya, it is like this. You know, lazima ukuje, if you're going even at 50, you have to slow mpaka 0 to panda your bumps. Them is speed bumps. Speed bumps inakuja kama umeenda. And it's not everywhere. Another thing is, you will never, you as a driver, you'll never meet any person walking on the road. Like, for example, Thika Road. You're supposed to cruise at 100 plus. Then all of a sudden unapata kama mtu kamevuka barabara. Thika Road also tuko na zebra crossing. They do not have that. Wow, zote is either you go over. And there is no one going over on foot. Everyone is driving. Because especially the Autoweg and the motorway, those are the big roads. Ni kama sasa Thika Road hapa Kenya, ama maybe expressway. Unaona kama say expressway, for example, you never find anyone. So you know if it's 100, it's 100. The only thing you're expecting is another car, not even a motorbike. Yeah. Exactly. Now in Europe it's like that. The big roads, hakuna motorbike, na hakuna anyone passing. Then also the bikes, the bike lanes. They have bike lanes everywhere in the Netherlands, from one corner to the other. And bike lanes don't meet with the car or whatever, the roads. The bike lanes go on the side, and they're well marked. And another thing I'm experiencing in Netherlands is bikes have more priority over cars. So you as a biker, me I'm driving, if you on the wrong, mimi nimekugonga, mimi ndo niko na shida.
Even pedestrians.
On
zebras.
Pedestrians on zebras, well, yeah, they really value zebra crossing.
And the crimes?
Crime, there is crime, definitely there is crime, but out of 10, I'd say 2%, kidogo sana.
Yeah.
And there are no guns. That one there are no guns. Crime is akuwa, maybe because we experienced it. Our car in the Netherlands was broken into. Someone with a stone, alivunja gari.
Yeah.
And you know what they stole? A charger and like a small Bluetooth speaker. And Another culture shock experience is ile mawe alitumia kuvunja gari, it's in the car. Now she comes and tells me the car's been broken into. I'm like, okay, so what can we do? Call the police. She doesn't want to call the police.
Why?
I don't know, maybe it's a culture thing, she'll tell us. But now I insisted. Now she called the police. I told her, call the police, because whoever threw the stone in the car, there are fingerprints in the car, so you get to find out who. Just do whatever we do. She called the police, and then what the police say?
We don't have time for these small things.
Small things, imagine.
That's why I didn't want to call, because I knew they were not coming
And it's
anyway.
not the first time. I mean, I've experienced it with other people.
Yeah, with the boys, when we were with my mom, I was calling them because the boys were misbehaving, remember? Small kids. We also called the police, they never came.
Yes. So the police don't come on small things. Wewe kuvunjiwa gari, waibe kitu ndani, that's a small thing. So.
But here in Kenya too, no one cares.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you say that, ni ukweli, it's true. It's true. Yeah. But you know, living in a first world, then something like that happens. You expect, you know. Yeah. But it's not as much crime. Petty. Let me call it petty crime. It's not gun-related crimes, and also it's not like UK. UK nowadays, you know, is knives. People are actually stabbing each other with knives. Yeah.
I mean, it happens, but a couple of times a year, and then it's in the news.
Yeah, but it's barely see it. You barely hear it. Even if you Google about it, trust me, you'll find probably maybe it's 2 cases in a year. In the UK, it's an everyday thing. If you Google right now, that's what happens all the time, you know.
Gas, electricity, water.
In the houses in Netherlands, for example, like in Kenya, you have to buy gas with a gas cylinder. All the houses in Netherlands, the gas comes with the house. So there's a way the gas is connected to the house. So wewe ukinunua nyumba ikiwa na gas, you don't have to buy a gas cylinder. Then, well, because of the winter, they all have all those seasons. Season tunajua hapa ni mvua, na jua. Them, they have all the seasons. So all the houses have varvoming, what do you call it? Heaters.
Central heating.
Yeah, they have all the heaters in the bathroom, the kitchen, the sitting room, even the bathroom. They have the heater. Yeah, so all the houses have heaters. And also another thing was shocking kinda for me was the toilets. The toilet bowl. Our toilet bowl is directly the normal one, you know.
Normal one.
Yeah, it's normal for me because that's normal. But when I got there, they have a different type of bowl whereby when you do your shit, it's right there. Then you flush it. That's when it goes in front.
It's like a platform.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if I can
Not
get
all of them have it, but yeah.
I think I'll get a photo for that. It's weird. Because you know ours is directly goes there and then you flash it goes. This one you do it there, then it moves forward when you flash it. I mean, man.
But the benefit of that is that it doesn't splash.
Yeah, man, that was weird, man.
Okay, but one of the good things is that we never have problems with electricity. It's always there.
Yeah,
the
water.
internet is always stable. Water comes from the tap always. It never stagnates. We have warm water from the tap because of the gas also. We don't have to switch that on or off. Yeah. So those things are just always there. There's only maybe a few times in my life when I experienced that the electricity was off. And that only happens for a very short amount of time.
Yeah. Another thing, transportation system is effective, very effective. Trams, for example, trams and metros. A tram comes probably maybe after 6 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. And if it's to come at exactly 10, it's coming at 10. So even if you know you were to leave to work, then you have to walk to the stage and get a tram, you'll get to your destination on time. There's traffic, yes, but on the roads, the big roads. And traffic si kama Kenya. You know, in Kenya, when you say traffic, you can stay on traffic. For example, in Rongai, you can stay on traffic for like 3 hours. Now that's traffic. Huko traffic yao, it moves. I don't know even why they call it traffic, because it's moving. It's traffic, yes, there are a lot of cars. You can't drive at 100, but it's flowing. Yeah. The bus system also very, very good. You cannot compare it with Kenya.
And they just leave at a certain time. They don't wait for it to be full.
Yes, because if it's to stay at a stage maybe 5 minutes ikisha. Yeah, when they are at a stage, ikifika, maybe it's 5 minutes and they're supposed to leave, they leave. So you don't have to like wait any longer.
What else do you think we need to talk about?
No, I think that's it. What else do you think?
Yeah, apart from the relationship things, but we already talked about that, like about how maybe, I mean, like in our culture we used to, okay, most of the time the woman and the man both have a job, so then they divide the chores in the house between them. Yeah. And it can of course be that one works less than the other, and it's never like, oh, he always does that, she always, but between couples they just decide. And yeah, like for example, there was a time when my dad always cooks, and then after some time it's my mom always cooking, and then they decide that whenever my mom has cooked, my dad is the one to clean up after dinner, and then when my mom cooks, he is the one to clean up after, you know. That's how they divide between them, and that is something that in Kenya is different. Or for example, when you have like the barbecue you were talking about over the weekend, then you find all the women in the kitchen because everyone is helping out and everyone apparently knows what to do. But for me, it took me years to even figure out, like, what am I supposed to do? What is a chore that I can do now? Or what am I preparing? When you visit someone, they are the ones cooking. Leave them alone in the kitchen. You will just wait for you to get served. So that whole role for the women is just not there. I'm not automatically offering, can I help you with cleaning up, or can I help you with this and this and that? So that's a role as a woman, even in gatherings, is different, but also between men and women is different. And like for example, I remember that there was a time when I was super annoyed every time when we were eating, and then you are finished before me most of the time. You take your plate to the kitchen and then you just leave mine, or you're not waiting for me. But me, I'm growing up knowing we wait all of us to be finished, and then one person just takes all the dirty dishes to the kitchen, and we are not just taking our own plate. So when I told you, I remember you were like, what is this? I've never heard of this. This is so weird. So it's those small things that yeah. And when we are traveling, and there was one time when the first van trip we did, you just came to Netherlands a month. I asked you, can you pack the kitchen stuff? And you were like, what? Me? I don't even know where everything is. The kitchen is your area, so I don't know what to do. But if I was to ask my brother, he could, you know. But now I'm used to that, so I know, okay, now me, I'm the one who's packing the kitchen stuff, no problem. Yes. But for me, it's just, you should not, I mean, again, it's my normal. You should know as much in the kitchen as I do. You should know where to find everything. You should be able to cook everything. You should be able to clean everything, even if I'm not there. Not even if you don't cook and clean, you should at least have the information where everything is. But that is something I was not used to. But I think you know most of the things. But still, I mean, it is just that, yeah, you find some middle ground somewhere, and then you just live together, and then, you know, that. But those are the things that are definitely different here versus Netherlands, and also my experience visiting other people in Kenya or your family, for example. Yeah. And then the other time when I was washing dishes after the barbecue, and people were telling me, no, wait, you don't have to do that. You can just relax. You already did this and this and that. But then your dad was saying, like, let her be. She finally feels at home. She let her do the dishes if she wants to. But that was so true, because it was the moment where I finally felt like, oh, now it clicks, you know. I finally know a bit how this culture works. So I think he was the only one who noticed that.
And also, the Netherlands, they don't wash your clothes with their hands.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just been like that since the times, but
since washing machines came.
In Kenya, we're used to washing I cannot put my one t-shirt in a washing machine, because I'm used to washing with my hands. But then she came here, then she wanted to wash, I don't know, 2-3 clothes. And I was like, why put 2-3 clothes in a washing machine? You can wash it with your hands. But she didn't know, so I had to show her. But then she did it for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Then she started bleeding because she's not used to that. So that's a whole culture difference.
Yeah. Also, in Netherlands, we don't take off our shoes when we visit people.
Yeah, that was weird. I told her, hey, in Kenya, you cannot just come from out and then enter my house with shoes. I mean, unless I tell you to, but a sign of respect. I mean, shoes carry diseases and whatnot. So.
Even since you came, I'm now so self-aware when I wear shoes in our own house. I try not to, but we are just used to wearing shoes in the house as well.
I nilipeleka Kenya huko. I told her, you cannot wear shoes. It's a house there, but I'm like, no, you cannot wear shoes.
But now when we visit people, at least when I'm with you, at least I ask.
Yeah.
And then usually the people say, no, you don't have to take them off, leave them on.
Yeah.
But especially in the summer, I don't like wearing no socks. So I don't know. I just don't like it to take off my shoes when I visit people. But now here I'm used to it, of course. But that is also a difference that shocked you, I guess. Yeah. And you still take off your shoes wherever we go.
Yeah.
You went down?
So if you want to know more about Netherlands and about our life in Netherlands and what we experience, the differences that we experienced, that you experienced when you came, then you can come to Casey Life Adventures on YouTube and subscribe to our channel and see those videos.
Thank you. Peace out.
Thank you.